Hello and welcome back to Stop and Go F1 with this emergency news video, a video I very much did not expect to be making today, as we've just found out about 15 minutes ago that as of right now, Guenther Steiner is no longer the team principal of Haas F1. This has come straight from Haas F1. He is gone with immediate effect. They've just put out a statement on Twitter. Basically, it seems very much like Haas have got rid of Guenther, not the other way round. Looking at it here, in one way, it's kind of brutal because there isn't like a post saying Guenther's gone. There's a post saying MoneyGram Haas F1 Team have appointed Ayao Komatsu, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, as the new team principal, with Guenther Steiner departing the organisation. Gene Haas has put out a statement saying, "I'd like to start by extending my thanks to Guenther Steiner for all his hard work over the past decade, and I wish him well for the future. Moving forward as an organisation, it was clear we need to improve our on-track performances. In appointing Ayao Komatsu as team principal, we fundamentally have engineering at the heart of our management." And then a statement here from Ayao Komatsu saying, "I'm naturally very excited to have the opportunity to be the team principal of MoneyGram Haas F1. Having been with the team since its on-track debut back in 2016, I'm obviously passionately invested in success in Formula One. I'm looking forward to leading our program and the various competitive operations internally to ensure we have built a structure that produces improved on-track performances." As of so far, there has been no statement from Guenther Steiner at all. He's been the team principal of Haas since its debut. If you read his book, which is called Surviving to Drive, which I very much recommend you do read, a very good book, one of the best books I read last year. But if you're not a reader, I have got a video breaking down all the key points of the book. I'll leave a link somewhere. But if in that book, it's very much outlined the origins of the Haas F1 team, and basically, without Guenther Steiner, there is no Haas F1 team. He was the one who basically had the idea and took it to Gene and said, "Look, we can make this work." And he was very much the driving force behind everything in the origin of the Haas F1 team. And for that reason alone, I thought that he basically had a job for life with Haas. But seemingly not. Now, last year, Haas finished last. They were 10th in the Constructors' Championship, which they have finished 10th in the Constructors' Championship before. This was not a new thing. It's not like it's a Ferrari that are now finishing 10th in the Constructors. But, finishing last is not good. Let's have a look, see if I can pull it up here. So, here's their last few results. So 10th last year, before that 8th, before that 10th, before that 9th, before that 9th. Then we go to highs of 5th in 2018, 8th in 2017, and then 8th in 2016, which was their first year on track. So since 2019, their highest position in the Constructors' Championship has been 8th, which isn't great, especially last year coming dead last. So I understand why this has happened, because, any team that has finished 10th, 8th, and 10th in the last 3 attempts, there's something fundamentally wrong there. And I have seen a lot of people in the past few months saying that Guenther should go, but I never thought he would. Obviously, he's one of the biggest personalities on the grid. We've seen that especially come through in Drive to Survive and all that kind of stuff there, as well as when he talks, does interviews and stuff, lots of personality coming from there. He's basically is the face of the Haas F1 team, even more than the drivers. So I thought for that reason as well, they would never let him go. But they have, and it's really has shocked me here today, especially because on Saturday there is the Autosport International Expo that goes on in the NEC in Birmingham, and one of the special guests on Saturday, one that I paid a ticket to in order to see, is Guenther Steiner, the team principal of Haas, who is scheduled to do a half-an-hour interview Q&A session with David Croft. Now, as of right now, that's still going ahead, but who knows if it will or not. I'm going to be there, so I'm hoping that it will go ahead. I think there could be some juicy stuff there. I was going there expecting to ask him questions about will Ollie Behrman be in Haas in 2025. Now we're going to be asking questions, why aren't you in Haas in 2024? So, yeah, this is a big one here. I'm just going to check again, see if anything else has come out. But on the case of Ayao Komatsu, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. Ayao Komatsu, yes, looking through his CV here. So he began as a tyre engineer for BAR in 2003, stayed there to 2006. He moved to Renault as a performance engineer, working with Nelson Piquet Jr. That went well, but also Romain Grosjean and Vitaly Petrov. Then he appeared to just leave for a little bit. Where did he go then? I think he went after Mark's. This is Wikipedia. After Mark's late departure at the commencement of the 2011 season, he was promoted to Petrov's race engineer. So he stayed with the Renault team, and it would have been turning to Lotus around there, working with the Russian for 1 year before returning to Grosjean for 2012. That's when Kimi Raikkonen returned. After that, he was chief race engineer at Lotus. So basically, it seems like he stuck with Grosjean for a lot. So he built up a good relationship with Grosjean through Renault and Lotus, then moved with Grosjean to Haas. So he's been a trackside engineer and race engineer for Haas for a few years, but now he's got the big job. So, wow, this really is shocking stuff. I'm just going to look on the Haas page again. Nothing else has been announced as of right now, but yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments. Guenther Steiner is gone, and that's going to be a big hit for Drive to Survive as well. So, yeah, just to repeat myself one more time, I feel like from results alone, I understand why this has happened, but for the history of Haas, with him being such an integral part of it, and I feel like, there's no statement from him here. There's nothing that does. It sounds like they haven't left on happy terms, which is always not great. But yeah, this is big news coming today. And we're only like a month away from livery reveals, or a month and a half away from testing. So yeah, wow. And I thought it was going to be a quiet week for Formula One. Wasn't I wrong? There you go. So let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. Was it time for Guenther to go? Will you be attending Autosport International on Saturday to see what he has to say? If he does turn up, because it was put out there, he'll be doing a Q&A session, and also last year's Haas was going to be there as well. So, will the Haas be there? Will Guenther be there? I'll find out Saturday morning. We'll see then. Until then, though, have a good one. I'll be back on Saturday it's a general news video, because there is more news this week than just this, so that'll be there. Then we got videos every Friday, and then we'll be covering livery launch season and all that stuff. Plenty to come from the channel. Until then, though, have a good one, and goodbye.